21st, 2021. I'm just chilling. It's a little chilly. Look, they copied us. Look at the lights. Copycat. I shouldn't even come out here. She told him to build that. I shouldn't even come out here. Asshole. Whatever. So much better without her anyway. She comes out here, what happened for like 5 seconds, I go back in the house. I didn't see this video of her, but she actually looked like she was disheveled also. Excuse me. She usually gets up earlier than me and throws bread and stuff. But this time around, even he came out like late in the morning. He usually comes out like 6:30 in the morning. He was out here at 11:30. And then she came out right after him. She looked like she had just woken up. So I'm telling you peoples, eventually them doing all this stuff, I can't even say what I was gonna say, but you know, eventually, excuse me, I can't speak right now. When these people doing witchcraft on you, it will backfire on them. You know, eventually it expires. Whatever thing they're gonna do to you will expire. And you hear the fucking beeping of the horn. Perfect timing. I actually just watched a video about that kind of stuff. That, you know, people put love spells on you and everything, or it's really just sex. You know, eventually everything wears out over time. And it just backfires on them. That's why I sleep all night now. And she does not. Neither does her son. Her husband sleeps though. They all drink anyway. I'm saying, like, they have to be up at like 3 in the morning to do witchcraft. I'm up till 3 in the morning. But you know, whatever. I go to bed eventually. You know. I've been reading the Bible again, so I'm gonna try to do that almost every night. Man, if I knew that which Sonia was gonna be there at the corner, I would have took a video. My neighbor worked with her a couple times. She's a gypsy witch, this chick. She looks like she's 100. I don't even know how old she is. I think she's 50, but she looks 80. She's so disheveled and old looking from all the witchcraft. When you serve singing, you look ugly. When you serve God, that's eternal youth right there. Everybody thinks I'm younger than I look. Well, of course, they're gonna make noise now, right? Then they make that noise all day. Anyways. So, across the street, the Very Juice, they took over the beauty supply store and the pizzeria that was there. Nobody has claimed those 2 buildings for a business yet. So they took over and made a storage. So the beauty building, they had witches working there. And they would buy lots of beauty stuff, like flat irons and, you know, like hair stuff. I don't know, makeup. Excuse me. I don't know if there was makeup there too, but I know there was a lot of beauty products. And Very Juice had like these 2 benches in front of their store, you know, before the pandemic. And the 2 women that worked at the beauty store came to sit next to me, like directly next to me, like almost on my ass next to me. Instead of sitting at the other bench where there was plenty of room, they were trying to feel my vibe to see if they could do witchcraft on me. And then another worker came walking up the block talk to the worker that was sitting right next to me. So they kept looking over at each other and at me. You know, when the gang stalkers do that, they did it too. That's how you know that most gang stalkers are witches and warlocks. Then that woman comes by, and the one that had just said something to the other girl was like, "Oh, Sonia, how are you? I owe you $40 from the last reading you gave me." I was like, "Bitch." I don't think she didn't recognize me, the old witch. Good. I looked right at her. I'm like, "Oh, thanks for telling me the name of this witch that conjures shit up with my neighbor." I tell you, she was an old ass lady, and she was waiting for my ass. I came home from the Starbucks, and my sister was with me. And usually these gang stalkers don't do anything when my family's around. And this witch was waiting in front of her house, my neighbor's house. Jumped for joy in the air. I've never seen an old lady jump that high. Ran up the stairs as fast as she could. I'm like, where the hell is she getting this energy, you know? That's because she steals my energy. Damn, what the fuck is that noise? That's a new noise. Yay. So I'm like, okay. Like she was excited that she saw what I looked like, I guess. I don't know. And then every time I used to go to the Dunkin' across the street, she would have to sit next to me, like, every time. And one time I didn't recognize her at all. She had her hair done, she had makeup done, like, professional. And she was already sitting there. It was already too late. She already sat near me, right across from me. And she was chewing her food like a squirrel, I tell you. She, would get the tuna melts. And just like, and she already smelled like that, so I don't know why she would eat the tuna melts. She really did. She was gross. So one day I saw her coming before she would come into the place, and I was already sitting there. So I took the other chair and put it next to me with my stuff on it, with my foot on it. I was like, I don't think so. I even said it out loud. I was like, nope, you ain't sitting here. And she had to go to a different chair. It was funny. But then after the day that I didn't recognize her, after I realized who she was, I took out prayer for St. Michael. I have it in my purse. I took it out and started reading it. I tell you, I never saw her run so fast to the bathroom. It was awesome. I said it out loud under my breath because she was mumbling whatever witchcraft she was saying under her breath. You know, she recognized me, so I didn't recognize her. So then I just did that, and she went, like a villain in the cartoon. It was funny. She ran to the bathroom, and then she ran out of there so quick. After that, she didn't come back. Really good. Bye. And another time, I was in there talking to somebody in Dunkin', and we went to the pizzeria before it closed. And this witch comes in. It was a Dunkin'. As we were leaving, let me tell you, we got to the next light. It's a long light. It's a four-way traffic, so it's a long light. So, you know, it took a little while. Plus, the person I was hanging out with was older, so, you know, I walked with her. It was slow. We get to the pizzeria, and that witch was already there waiting for us. She had, like, the most evilest look on her face. I'll never forget that bitch the first time I saw her. She was telling people like she wanted to give them readings, and I knew something was wrong with her. You know, when she would walk up to me, I was sitting out there. There's always chairs out there. So I would sit there, wait for somebody. You know, my friend would come, and we would hang out. So I would wait for her to come here, and then this bitch would come up and sit right next to me. There was 4 chairs, so I took the second middle. And instead of taking the first chair on the end there, she took the second middle. So she had to sit next to me, because they have to read your energy and then do their witchcraft. So I didn't know anything about this yet, and she was cursing people out. She was like very aggressive, like, you want a palm reading? Want a palm reading? And people were like, no. Who the fuck wants a palm reading when you're a psychopath? They knew it. They looked at her face and was like, I don't want no damn reading from you. She would curse them out under her breath. And She did that like 2 or 3 times. I'm like, what the fuck is she doing? I didn't know she was doing that. Cause she always was at the bigger Dunkin' Donuts. It's just two and a half blocks the other way. So it was the bus stop. So I didn't know. And I saw her there a couple times. I would get off the bus and get coffee there, and then come home, and I would see her in there. But I didn't, I knew something was wrong with her, but I didn't know that she was a witch. I didn't know about any of this kind of stuff. And then after a while, she started coming to that Dunkin' across the street from me. And then somebody else that used to go to the other Dunkin' was like, yeah, I used to go to the other Dunkin' all the time. Everybody started getting crazy in there. And she goes, oh, that lady's coming in here too. She's always in the other one and start fights with the workers. Oh my god, I'm telling you. She was probably doing witchcraft on them too. There was a lot of chaos in that one, so I'm glad I never went to that one. I actually saw this lady, this worker that was there. Some girl came up to him, I'm gonna fuck you up. You're fucking with my brother. I told you to stay the fuck away from him. And kick your ass. She climbed over the damn cash register just to get to her. They actually had to fight her to get her out of the store. She banging on the window. I'm gonna fuck you up. I was like, oh, not coming here again. The one across the street from me. Nobody really did that stuff. Just those punk ass teenagers that one time, a couple times. The year before the pandemic. I don't know where they're from, these kids. But they were going to Dunkin' and just hang out there all day. And these are not neighborhood kids. But they were going to each store with like lots of cash. I think they were drug dealers, and they would stay there from 9 in the morning until like 3 in the afternoon and take up the whole fucking first row of the seats. The window seat was the best seat there, so they would sit there and then take more chairs from the other tables and just hang out. And we used to look at the owner, not the owner, the worker. He'd be like, what the hell are you doing? Why don't you kick them out? Because they're not buying anything. They're just sitting there harassing customers and shit. Oh, they tried that with me and my friends. Nope. We looked at them like, really? We're all older than them. We're old enough to be their moms and grandmas. Let's just put it that way. They're really gonna fuck us up? Come on now. There was only one person that someone I knew would talk to. He was like, I'm afraid of those kids. Like, why? I do not want you near me. You got the spirit of fear? Nope. Bye. I tell you, I don't fear man. I fear the wrath of God. That's why I don't do nothing. Got fireworks. Seems like farts. If I was a man, I would fart right now in this video. I'd say that was for my gang stalkers, but I can't do that. I watched other TI's videos. There were men and they would just burp. It was like fart and fart. And then not to excuse me either. Like, yeah. Okay, did not. I mean, I burp every once in a while, but I say excuse me. I like when they're not home because I get to sit down here by myself. And then I'll see no kitties today. I usually see like two cats, sometimes 3. But we haven't been putting out food for them yet. I think they just come here for the food. This little morning of Mockingbird. I think entices the main 2 cats that come here. He would make them fight each other. They were on our wall over there. They were fighting each other about the fight. And he was like laughing at them. He's like, like, what the fuck? I'm surprised we didn't see them today. I was out here earlier. Because they came that day. We didn't have food for them. They came. I'll probably put a little food out one day. Yeah, we don't really want them pissing everywhere. I mean, they are cute and all. Have them shit in the garden? No, it's not good fertilizer. We got some nice plants back here. We got some pansies. I'm gonna send those to my trolls. All pansy plants. That's pretty funny, actually. For the pansy. Here's a bunch of pansies for the pansies. What the fuck? Oh my god, somebody backing up at 3 in the morning all week. Last night they didn't do it. But I don't know where it's coming from. Could be coming from that way, because there's a parking lot that has school buses parked there, and like big trucks. Or it could be coming from here, right behind the house, with it could be like a delivery truck or something, or just like a medical truck, like an ambulance or something, because that's a walk-in clinic. It's a lot of, types of buses that go past there. It could be any one of those. Yeah. But I did get a video of it one night. I did video it. It's dark when I took the video. And, they don't do them during the day, so. I'm very surprised that the camera back here does not pick that up. Very strange. Because it's a very loud noise. Very, very loud. Like it wakes me up. Like sometimes I go to bed extra early. Like maybe 1 o'clock, 1:30. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm ready to sleep. All of a sudden I get just woken up by that noise. That's a form of harassment though. Because why you pick that time of the day to park in the parking lot? I tell you, we had some characters here years ago. I wish I would have videotaped them back then. One of the doctors over here used to play handball against the wall. He would park the car, get to here before everybody else, leave the door open, blasting music, and play handball for 2 hours at 5 in the morning. For like, I don't know, 3 or 4 years he did that every day. But I didn't think to call anybody because I was fucking tired. Then we had a guy at the train station who would sing. He would just stand there at the platform, just start singing. Then he would say some political shit. And then he would stand at the corner on a soapbox and do it. We thought he was a construction worker because he had the outfit and everything. A helmet and the vest, the work boots, a book bag. I didn't know he was a gang stalker. It didn't really help though. Like I don't think he really did any damage to any. I don't think he triggered anybody. But he would do that at like 5, about 6 in the morning. An hour later, that guy would leave. The doctor would go in the building, and then he would come off the train and do that. And then he would walk down my block. I wish I would have saved the video. I heard him screaming. I was cleaning the house, and I heard him screaming and singing. And I took a video. I walked outside to take a video, but I don't have that video no more. And so I didn't really get gang stalked at all. I went out today, but not like where I wanted to go. I was doing stuff in the house. So I clean as much as possible before I leave the house, so I feel like I did something. Not like a lot of shit I'm doing. I'm just like, I wash clothes, I wipe down my surfaces, just a little cleaning before I leave my house. But whatever. And then I come back here. Like I didn't get coffee today because I got coffee yesterday, and I had the other half yesterday and half this morning. Tomorrow I would like to go and get not coffee, but those refreshers are so good. The coconut refreshers, oh, so good. They taste like your favorite soda with ice, with the vanilla ice cream, like a float. The purple one's so good. It tastes like grape soda with a vanilla ice cream float. They're all good though. Even the regular refreshers are good too. But yeah. So if I do get perped, I could make a video with, you know, my drink. If I get perped. Because I went to the store today. And I thought I was going to get perped. And I didn't. Like, I don't know, I used to get perped in there all the time. I had to go buy something in that store. It's like a convenience store. So they got, you know, sometimes I go get milk there. But I can't run to the store. And a lot of times, usually, everybody comes out or comes in, you know. I happened a while ago, and I didn't know what it was, so I didn't videotape them. But that time I made the video about that sign that was outside the door, the police sign. Yeah, they stopped ever since I made that video. I haven't got, you know, the same people don't come in anymore. But there was a lady who worked at the walk-in clinic over here. And she was a nurse or something, and she was taking care of somebody in a wheelchair for the second time around. But the first time around, there was a guy that would walk around with a cane. I don't know how they even found me, because I've never seen these people before. I don't go to a walk-in clinic. I have a doctor, so I go see him once a year, like you're supposed to do once a year, and a regular checkup. It was the weirdest fucking thing. I wish I would have videotaped them, because they were stupid. I didn't know who they were. I never saw them before. And then one night I went to Dunkin'. It was like maybe 8 o'clock at night. And I was just chilling there, just having a coffee. Sometimes I would have a donut. Not every night. And this one night in particular, I had a coffee and a donut. I'm just chilling there with my phone. And they walk in. And they look at me. They look at each other. They start pretending to fight. They're pretending to have an argument. I'm like, who the fuck are these two arguing with each other? Like, what is wrong with them? So I thought, of course, I thought they were really weird and crazy. Who the fuck would do that? So then they stopped after they realized it wasn't working. They got frustrated. And then another time they did that during the day, and I just took my phone out. I didn't even do nothing with it. I just left it out, like where they could see it. They looked at, because they were staring at me the whole time after they were arguing. They looked at the phone, they looked at me, the eyes bulged out of their head, and they shut the fuck up. And then they tried to get me in that store, the other store, because there was tables and chairs in there too back then. And me and my friend took our coffees to that store because we wanted to get something. And they were like coming into Dunkin', but then they started following us in the store, in the other store. And they looked at us like they were excited. And I looked at them like, yeah, what are you gonna do? Because I will take my camera out this time. And they did nothing. They did nothing. The store was crowded with people, and they had to leave. I'm like, yeah, that's what I thought. Are you fucking kidding? I don't even know who these people are. And then when I went down that way to Dollar Tree, and that's when I saw her working in there. And so I'm like, oh, that's where she's from. But that didn't make any sense, because nobody I knew worked there or went there, you know? So I don't even know how she even found me to gang stalk me. Like, who paid her? Like, nobody I know has money to pay people to do this. You know, that I actually know. It was very strange. And then a month after they stopped doing that stuff, she came into Dunkin' with a guy in a wheelchair. A new guy. And then she was mad. She looked like she was mad at me because that time the guy in the wheelchair was her client and she couldn't do anything. After a while she didn't come in. I was like, yep. Because you can't gang stalk me forever. Like, you have a real job. You're a nurse, apparently. You're a home aide. You're taking care of a guy in a wheelchair. You're a home aide. So don't you make enough money that you don't have to gang stalk people? I don't understand. How much could they have been paying her? she was willing to, lose her job, because you can't do that with a real job. You cannot gang stalk people with a real job. You will lose that job and that job security and all the benefits that you're supposed to have. So, people could be jealous of me all they want. I don't care. I have stuff that they want for some reason. I don't care. Take it up with God. Get out your fucking feelings. And go pray about it. That's what I gotta say to people. What the fuck? Just because you feel like crap, I mean, you gotta put that shit on other people just to feel better about yourself. You don't feel better about yourself. I don't care who you are. Miserable people love company. Misery loves company? Yeah, they're not kidding. I never understood that until now. So after being gang stalked. It's true. Well, I don't love miserable people. I hate when people put their energy on me like that. But that's why I pray before I leave the house, because I know what these fucking people are capable of. And that's why I don't get gang stalked anymore. I had a prayer video going on every day before I leave the house. And I pray every single night. I read my Bible every single night. I pray. I wake up, I put a prayer video on. And guess what? I don't get gang stalked anymore. And even if I do, I'm not going to pay attention to these anymore. I don't fucking care what you do. You gotta sleep at night. You gotta get in your bed at night and sleep, knowing what you do for a living. As you're harassing people for a living, that's not nice. Why do I have to feel uncomfortable or ashamed about it? I'm not doing anything wrong. It's called I'm breathing. I'm up, I'm dressed, I'm breathing, I'm leaving the house. You don't like that? I don't fucking care. This is my time to shine. Fuck you, trolls. Screw you. I waited too damn long to be happy. I try to find happiness every single day, even if it's one time a day. And then I get shit for it. Go fuck yourself. Who the hell do these people think they are? Telling us how we can live our lives and what we can and cannot do. Who the fuck put them in charge? They are not in charge of us. And that's why I'm single, because I don't want to be anywhere near these types of people. And they're surrounding me, taking my air. They steal your air. They're energy vampires. They suck the air right out of you. And they drain you so you won't have to sleep because you need to rest. And they're all energetic and happy. Well, they pretend to be happy. It's like I said, you ain't happy. Who you kidding? You're more miserable than I'll ever be in my entire life in any day of the week. You're just trying to project that onto me. Take your misery and shove it up your ass.